Sir? If you heard the conversation we had about that, you've heard this, we repeat it, but share not. Everybody stand up this way. All right, so some of y'all, it's been a very long time since you've heard this. I want to go over this with Tyler, since she just got her D, and we kind of got an abbreviated class tonight anyway. The belt. The belt is your representation. It represents you in karate. How you treat your belt it symbolizes how you treat just about everything in your life. None of you have ever seen my belt just laying around somewhere. It is always folded up somewhere neat. Usually between classes, I have it hanging on that trophy right there, right where I can grab it and put it on. How many times have you seen my belt lay on the floor? Never. Okay? Respect the belt. If you can't respect something as simple as a belt, how can you respect people or things of importance? Yes, ma'am.
Actually, that's a lie. I saw it drop off your diamond one time.
Oh.
And it was there about 2 seconds.
Yeah. Very likely. So, when you tie the belt, so let's go through what it means to tie the belt. Find the center. This is just like finding the center of you. You have good parts, bad parts, happy parts, sad parts. You are two halves. Okay? So you find your center. Your center is not the same as everybody else's center. You find your center. And you center yourself. Go around, put your strong side on top. When it crosses in the back, that's a reminder that people will double cross you when you're not looking. So always be aware, always be prepared. Your strong side's going to stay on top when you come in the front. Looking to the heart. Okay? When this happens, this is a visual reminder, a physical reminder that what people will do behind your back, they're also doing it in those if you're not careful. You're going to put that strong side underneath both glutes, both halves of you, and you're going to pull your two halves together so that you're one whole. And the side that stays on top, stays on top. Once you're on top, stay there. That's what that means. You're going to come through, you're going to tie it, you're going to box on it, you're going to pull to the side, you're going to push down. When you do that, that's pointing straight forward. See that? It's pointing you forward, which is the direction you should always be going in. Always forward. If you notice, there's a hole on the left side. See that? That's your left side, reminding you to always keep an open heart. So everything about tying the belt has a meaning. I tell you guys all the time, everything you do in karate has a purpose or a meaning. Everything. That's not a joke. It's not an overstatement. Be mindful. Always be mindful about how you represent yourself, about how you conduct yourself every day. Was? Where do we leave off at? Stretch to the forward again. I think we did one side.
We've done the center on the right, we've done the left.
That's what I thought. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon,
Thanks, sir.
for loaning me your family.
He's next.
Now it's your turn.
She's next.
That was a laugh. That means there's still a chance.
Turn to your left.
But I will fully support you 100%.
Back to the middle. See, I can't get her out of my head as Cindy Lou Who now.
Who, Miss Mo?
Little Miss Mo, yeah.
Oh.
She played that part in, something in school, I don't remember. I stand up, feet together, and stretch forward. I believe that's right, isn't that right, Kylie, Cindy Lou Who, wasn't that what you played? It was one of the Little Who characters.
I was a Whoville character and I volunteered at Whoville, the festival. Yes, sir.
Good, everybody bow. Push, sit down. Oh, he left it, yeah, okay. Left foot in, right foot out. And stretch forward.
How was your weekend, Mr. Darby?
That's a whole other story.
Ooh. Was a fun one with the festival, but I was going on any other candy.
Tell you this, I say this every time we do one, if 10% of the people sign up, that say they're gonna come down and sign up, we're full. I swear we had 50 people say they were coming down and sign up.
You saw, what's his face, on a little coffee run, I saw him coming back with like 3 coffees in his hand.
Oh, come on, Christian?
Yeah.
That was for his parents.
Oh.
Just behind your bent knee.
Did the coffee shop get affected with shisha and?
Yes.
it did.
All About Art, She Shed, and the coffee shop were the 3 that were heavily damaged. Serendipity by Kay had some minor damage, and then, I don't know what the residents they were talking about.
It's between All About Art and that,
All the fires and
other
stuff.
one you mentioned, what was the name of it?
The coffee shop, or Serendipity?
Serendipity, it's between them. There was somebody in
Really? All right, switch sides.
The fires and stars.
I don't know. It'll be a while ago.
Okay.
Those buildings downtown are so old, some of those buildings were built in the turn of the century, not the last one, the one before that. Stretch forward.
What's rude is somebody in here thought to themselves, wow, 2,000, that is old. Huh? I'm gonna have such a dangerous family.
Oh, now I get upset you. Stretch behind your bent knee.
This is in chest movement. Chest.
Go feet forward.
It's the reason I'm just for, it's a regular board game, though. How was your afternoon, Mr. Darby?
I don't have afternoons anymore, Mr. Sampson. I have after school class, I'm gonna try to have homeschool class, then after school class, then meetings, and kids, and this.
Yay.
Morning, I guess?
Spread your feet. Teach 18 classes a week. Stretch forward. And I love it. Here's some positive news since they leave. You asked me, you asked me this Saturday, said, how's the homeschool class going? Then we had 9.
All right.
There were 4 more coming today.
Cool.
Homeschool classes.
We do a homeschool class on Mondays and Thursdays.
Was it any of the ones that wanted to, were talking to you the other day, Saturday? Is it, there's a couple of them.
This lady is a military that contacted me on the internet. Stretch your right side. You know, we've been doing it for a couple of months now, and I'm starting to worry that there wasn't gonna be a market for it. But there he is.
Smart.
Do you do anything through that organization? I mean, as far as reporting grades, like this is considered a physical activity and.
Not yet, no ma'am. Back to the front. Christian's grandmother was supposed to put me in contact with, their homeschool group and get in. I had told them if they could get a certain number of people, I'd come down there and teach a class, but there was never any interest.
So what time do you do your homeschool class?
1:30.
1:30.
I had a parent today tell me it was the perfect time for them. I stretch to your left. Back to the front again.
You know, Richie, I always get a chance to read the most interesting papers at the college. And, today I read one, more archaeology based. We found a 2,000-year-old stain. Didn't know why anybody cared about it, but come to find out, they said it was from ancient Greece.
Butterfly.
It'll take me a second.
Thank you, Curry.
I love that jokes.
On a related subject, since you did the dad joke, and this is where how my brain works. The kind of things I'm interested in. They actually did find a makeup kit in Pompeii, or one of the ancient Roman cities that had been covered by volcanoes. And it had facial cream in it that still had the original fingerprint.
Ooh.
That's interesting to me.
Now, Shannon actually worked at a museum called the Steamboat Arabia, and they recovered an old 1800s era steamboat from the middle of the cornfield in Missouri.
I read that too.
One of the first things they pulled out was a jar of pickles. It had been buried for well over 100 years. Them crazy old geezers opened it up and took a bite.
Have you ever got sick? Bullfrog.
No, it was just crunchy and fun.
No.
I wonder how it tastes. I want to get a sample out. It's like,
Did you hear about the 19th century boat they found in Mississippi?
Was it like just that you just?
Recently, yeah.
See, that's not my era of interest. I like antiquities.
Right.
My interest as a psychologist, it kind of leads to the sociological and anthropological side of things. I'm interested in how the earliest cultures evolved. I wonder what mindset humans had to go, hey, we can create this great big accumulation of people and get along better, except for the crime and the murder. Well, let's do this.
I've seen old war relics.
All right, good, everybody stand up.
I'm curious as to who was the first person who ever said, let's make a line.
A line?
A line. Let's make a line.
That's kind of hand in hand with the wheel.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, I think, was more necessity than anything. Okay, Ray, all right. Kylie, how far do you know you need musician Kylie?
None, sir.
None? Oh, perfect. Perfect, that's a great starting point, begin with. Okay, we're gonna take Kylie through the first thing her needs musician Kylie. Ray, go ahead. So, you are, as someone in your family, I'm not gonna say who this first name Leonard, described as a bookworm once. Okay, it's scholarly, I'm the same kind of person, I'm very scholarly by nature. So I'm gonna tell this to you as description, okay? Your musical code is learned in sequences. First sequence is your blocking sequence. So if you remember that, not a problem. Learn all these blocks first. You're gonna start from the top and work your way down. Okay? It's left, right, just mirroring each other. All right, so you're gonna start with the upper block. That's right, move on. Hey! 1, 2. Now outside center block. Son! When you do that, don't think about just walking. Think about coming around, and you're also striking. So somebody comes this way, driving the heel off the distance required. Training! Back your way. Hey! Ton! Tree! After that, you went on the inside set. So, that one's what that one's gonna come under. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk. This is more of a misdirection walk, you push you to the side. But also at the same time, in that knuckle, not with the knuckle, just like that. Go! Roll! Back to your way. H. A. Ton. Tree. Go. Up. Again from your way. H. A. Ton. Tree. Go. Roll. Now back to your way. This is one of your, so they're already talking. I'm sure you can do that. Also let it show you go in the floor. Make your body swing on where you go. At the same time, let that pop up in your mouth. That's right. I need to practice that. H. A. Son. Tree. Go. You're gonna get it wrong. You're gonna get it wrong more often than you get it right. Back to your way. H. A. Son. Tree. Go. Roll. Now, next one. Down. Here. Oh. Walk there. Also, sometimes somebody comes to attack to the side, do you mind, it's okay. It's funny, maybe. H. A. Back to your way. H. A. Son. Tree. Go. Up. Pitch. You're right. It's okay. Go. Pitch. Again, from your way. Pitch. A. Son. Tree. Go. Nice. Go. Pitch. We are. Oh. Pitch. Fist, and yours? Yours. Right. Right. What about you, Liz? I'm sorry, I'm talking about. Right. Hey, son, Shane, go. Back to you, Hey, hey, son. Back to left. Left. Say again. What you say?
So sorry.
Raise your hand if you had trouble learning the usage no code when you started. It's just a process, sweetheart. Everybody goes through it. But this is the one thing you do as a white belt. You're like, I don't know like this, and everything is fine. Okay? Once you get past this part, I promise you it gets easier. Alright? I lose more people learning the first 10 of the usage no code than I do learning everything else combined. That's a fact. Because they get confused and they get frustrated, and then they start to think, I'm just starting at this. This confuses me, it's basic stuff. I might as well quit now.
That too.
Don't make me comment on that, Jane. I already said something that's both true and inappropriate. All right, from yours. Hey, son, Shane, go. Go. Switch. Switch. Good. Yours. Listen. We're gonna do this 50, 60, 1,000 times. Whatever it takes for you to use your muscle memory. You get comfortable with it. All right, everybody for your way? Hey! Hey! Son! Shane! Go! How do we respond to a mistake? How do we respond to that?
Yeah.
Black belts, how do we respond to a mistake?
Just keep going unless there wasn't a mistake.
Don't show her.
That too.
That's not the answer I expected from the black belts. No such thing as mistaken karate.
We'll learn from it.
No such thing as mistaken karate. It's always part of the process. Go back to your order. I know y'all have heard me say that at least 1,000 times. Hey! Son! Shane! Go! Go! Again. H!
Right.
Again. H! Hey! Son! Shane! Go! Rock! Those are your arms, I promise. Look at them like you don't recognize them. Back to your way. So, everybody up front, she's looking at her doing this. Look at it.
Why did it?
Because you're going too fast. You're trying to keep up with him. No, don't do that. That's your knees.
Yes!
This is Matthew, not the same person, right? Okay, so you do Chino, he's gonna do Matthew, all right? You, all right, from your way. Hey. Hey. One, two, go.
No, he said go.
That. That was pretty good.
From your way. Hey. Hey. Son. From your way. Hey. Hey. Son. Tree. No. Go. Right, most,
Let's see.
go. Roll. Touch. Yummy.
Let's.
Make it big. Ready? How comfortable are you, Kylie? Doing your, did you see your first aid, did you see you got it?
A scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10, 4? Awesome, everybody bow out, close. Everybody step back and have a seat, please. So, Kylie, one thing you're gonna learn, everybody else is gonna giggle about this. Just as soon as you get comfortable with something, I'm gonna let you do something that makes you uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. I didn't even have to say it, you know, the way it's like, you know, just go through. What we're gonna do, we have not done this in a long time.
It's so fun.
We're gonna take, everybody's gonna have an opportunity to go through what you would do in a tournament if you were competing, even if you don't compete. And I'm only saying, Matthew's the only person in this room I think that has not competed. Have you competed yet, Matthew?
No, sir.
Did you come to the, power tournament first year?
I don't
Or you're fired?
know.
Okay. Right here in the middle. Don't worry. It's just us. Nobody's watching on camera. Oh, no, you got to turn face camera.
Watch that.
Okay.
Check.
All right. Coach Gay. Ray. What was this? I'm sorry. Yoy. Yep. Big circle. Right hand makes this. Now come back to attention. And I'll give you some advice here, come back to attention. When you step out, they have heard this so many times. I'm gonna say it over and over again. I don't care for as long as I teach. When you step out and you come to this point, if you will really, really breathe, truly breathe, what I call ugly breathing. You can't do this and keep this all placid and calm. You've got to be really get that area. You can't be that area, so don't worry about that. Okay? But really get that area. A lot of things are going to happen. First of all, that's a great starting point for getting oxygen in your body, which is energy. Second thing it's going to do is it's going to calm you at least a little bit. All right, so breathe it in deep, and then we're going to go. All right. Okay, same, push, you will. Step, set your feet. Good. Big circle. Stop. Look at this. Now, when you turn the hands around, breathe. And then push down. Niju Sichi no Kara.
Niju Sichi no Kara.
Hey. Sun. Hun. Shin. Go. Go. Pitch. Pitch. Boom. Now, do you know why you can do that even though you're nervous and scared that you're by yourself? Because you're by yourself and you're not watching them. You're actually thinking instead of watching. That's important for everybody, okay? Now, for the last, for the teenage crowd, for the teenage crowd, let me tell y'all something. I really hope y'all have all heard this, and I have a faith in parents to believe that you have. Following what others do can only lead you to trouble. You have to be brave enough and sure enough in yourself to follow the right path. Mimicry of any kind, especially of people's behaviors, is weakness, and it leads to weak decisions. Weak decisions lead to bad paths. Bad paths are very hard to get off of. This is a visual representation of that very fact. I'm going to tell y'all this. You hear these things from adults, from your teacher, I hope, from your parents, from people in positions of responsibility around you, and a lot of young people think, man, I'm tired of being preached at all the time. But if you think about it, the lessons you're hearing are the same lessons over and over again, even though they come from different people. And the reason you're hearing those same lessons over and over again is because we have lived through it, and we don't want you to suffer from the same things that we suffer. You understand that? Okay. All right. 5 rank, lowest rank to highest belt. Miss Carrie, you got next. Matthew, you're next. Ethan, you're next. We're going to go one at a time. Do your best kata or the kata you would do if you were competing. What? If you want to practice your introduction, that'd be great.
I forget what it is.
It's okay. That's why it's called practice.
Judges, my name is.
So, yes. So let's talk about introduction. Your introduction can be anything you want it to be. Yes, ma'am. I was going to recommend everybody black belts. You can give me just a second, let me coach you this, and we're going to get all black belts to share. Okay? So, your introduction can be anything you want it to be. The reason we do introductions is simple. The scorekeeper needs to make sure they're putting the right score by the right name. So if you want to walk up and go, Puss, my name is Terry Donahue, I'm sorry I look like this. May I begin? You can do that. If you want to come in, you don't want to do a real powerful introduction because you want to stand out and be loud and powerful, that kind of representation, that's perfectly fine too. You will see all kinds of different things. So it's just what suits your personality, what you're comfortable with. So, yellow belts, I used to say white belts, yellow belts, white belts, when you stand up, please, you go give me 4 chairs. Make sure they have the tennis balls under them. Jacob, I put the tennis balls off most of them. They're in a bag in that closet.
Well, let's see, Timothy. What's your
Go ahead, man.
Judges, my name is Carrie Donahue. My style is Ninja Thai Karate. May I begin?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say 2 steps back?
When you want to start Keon Kata Showdown, go to your line, go to the back line,
This one?
the back line, that line of the ring,
And then take 2 large steps.
2 steps in, yes, ma'am.
None of them have tennis.
Jacob, give your tennis ball.
Keon Kata Shodan. Sorry.
They're in a bag, you know, ball bags, in a ball. Try to do
We did the first week of Meiji Tsuchinokata, so I totally forgot. Kiyo Katsushona.
Rotate the back leg. There you go. Good, right leg. Good.
Us.
All right, so go back to your way, and then make your first step for me. Now, when you do that, I'm gonna show you what you're doing, and then I'm gonna show you what I like you to do. So you're stepping, you're doing this. All right, now, go with your angle. Okay? So pay attention from here, bang. All right. You're here, what I would like to see you do is this. First, everything forward, both sides, right and left. So this is what it's gonna look like differently from here. Here. On the left. Okay, versus this. See the difference? You're really throwing that lower body in. Once you do that, you're gonna go to the next level. All right, black belts, take a seat. Ethan, Matthew, whichever one is next. Since they leave you a ring, ma'am. Yep. It's your ring, ma'am.
Hello, my name is Matthew. May I begin? Should I start with
You know Kim got the shirt on?
not fully?
Okay, then yes, sir.
Let's. Let's.
Since then?
Yeah.
Right, next,
Okay.
Ethan.
Want to rush it on Mr. Coco?
Banana looks good on you, like that belt. You need, man. Oh, keep going, keep going. Okay, let me ask you something. When you're doing that, why are you talking in between takings? I know the answer, I want to hear from you.
Because I'm critiquing myself.
It's because you're bashful about being wrong. Don't worry about being wrong. Same thing I was telling Kylie earlier, okay? You're going to do it wrong more often than you're gonna do it right, okay? You don't have to correct yourself in the middle of doing it. You make a mistake, recognize it's a mistake, or that it's not the right thing you should be doing, and just keep going. But don't announce it to the world. I mean, you're announcing your mistake to everybody else. What if none of these people knew that, Kyle? You're telling them that you did it wrong. So, you gotta get past that. That's your own self-consciousness, conscientiousness going, I need to fix that, I need to fix that, and you're saying it. Don't. Okay? Push through. What's, Tammy, JD, Mo?
Can I do showdown?
You absolutely may not.
All of it. What is it, that it, you want me to do both, or need I?
Need on first, if we have time to begin, we'll do both too. Yes, I want to push you and challenge you, Tammy, I'm sorry. Not really.
Judges, my name is Tim Joe.
No, back up to the end.
Always bow first.
Bow
In the
first
ring,
one,
and then when you get to where you're gonna stop, bow again, then introduce yourself. Go back.
Mark the eye.
No. Us! And here's why. What if the judge is clearing off their board and they don't know you started?
I'll give you a better idea than that, or a better point than that. Do you want people to think that you're unsure of yourself your entire life? I'll ask you a more important question. Do you want to be unsure of yourself your whole life? You're 15 years old, just turned 15. So that is normal for your age. I have said it and said it and said it. If the two things, if I could ever teach from karate, number one is focus. Being able to be in the moment. Okay, be in the moment. That's how you control yourself. If you can control yourself, you can usually control the circumstances. So that's important. And number two, confidence. Confidence. I had a conversation this past weekend where I was told it is frustrating for most people to be around you because you're never doubtful of yourself. You're always confident. You're always pushing forward, and that puts some people off. I get that. I do. If I could give any gift to people, it's that gift of confidence. Now, why am I confident? What makes me a little bit different from everybody else? Is it because I think I'm not going to make a mistake? No, because I know when I do, because I know I'm going to make one, I'll fix it and move forward. And that's fine. Be brave, be bold. Don't go through life being unsure, Henry. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, all right? Ladies, y'all can say preach. Life's hard enough for women. It is hard enough. You need to be confident in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. Okay?
Wow.
My name is Tim Joe Madigan.
You bet. That's all, man. You bet. Look at him. You got it, that's right. step pushing. You go. Repeat, step block. Step down block, step left foot more down block. Good punch. Step push, that's right. Now you turn. That's right. Now, I could have let you do Fuel Cut the Showdown, and it'd probably been a great topic, it really would, but that's not pushing. Okay? Be confident, be loud, look, see what, y'all see what she's doing? Finally breathing. Alright? This is a part of the process. Becoming braver, bolder, more encouraged about yourself. You're a work in progress, girl. You really pulling it out of you to get that done. We're gonna get there. Next, JD.
Next time, just when you mess up, don't show it on your face.
These rings are not official punishments.
Judges, my name is Jamie Reeves. With your permission, may I begin? Yan karamihan.
You have probably got the finest reach chamber in the whole county. Your reach chamber is pristine. If you get your kicks up about 3 or 4 inches, it's gonna be better. You're kicking belt high, trying to get your solar plexus high. Okay? If you can, I know you've got some issues with flexibility of hamstrings, but you get them up a little bit, that'd be good.
That's a good guy. Good job.
What's that?
It's.
Judges, my name is Leonard Mommy. I will be performing Hoseki. I would like to begin.
This.
Hoseki.
Yes, that's a great example of how sometimes power, Mo, Miss Pam, Sensei Lee, myself, there's some of us, we're never gonna be able to do those tight sidekick chambers again. So our technique is not exactly textbook perfect, but you can overcome that with power and energy. Most of it's just energy, it's going hard. Then that'd be enough power to break somebody in half. Just good confidence, close.
Can't break the one in half.
And good stances, Mo, good stances.
That felt great after like 4 weeks of being hurt.
I wondered if you're gonna be able to. What? I'm sorry, I'm not remembering what I do. You be quiet.
Judges, my name is Nicole. My style is Mojo Kai Karate. May I begin?
Doesn't, since it's coming close.
Oseki!
So your difficult technique has always been, typically been, after you do your side kick to the back and we chamber come to the front. That was pretty sharp that time. That was good. We'll take a moment and point out to everybody, this is a rare shame moment. We rarely get shamed do this. Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead.
So I have to do the introduction?
No.
Yes.
Don't stop. You know where you're at. Going to the back. All right, black belts should go in reverse order, so as soon as Karen's done, you can do your black belt up.
Judges, my name is Pam Kaiser, I represent Mojo Kai Karate, with your permission, may I begin?
You sure can.
Us. Woo! Us.
I'll be open. I'm gonna do it.
Sure about that?
Huh? I'm gonna do it.
We got faith in you.
Right, sure. Kill! Kill! Kill!
You're right. You go.
Kill! 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 Yeah! I'm thinking! Life! Life!
Overextend, that's when you pulled back, that's when you lost your balance. You know,
Yeah, I felt
reaching with your back just a little too much on that one kick. Kick out to extension, but don't, not like you're fighting, you know what I'm saying? Or
Or die. Push.
so I know you don't know, I'm sorry, go ahead. I know you've only been through it once or twice, you don't really know it, but in my opinion, so Chin out of the first set of black ricotta is a much better tournament kata, simply because the technical, advancement of it is technically superior to the others. It is something that the judge has to go, ooh, okay. Because when you can do that correctly, it's something they look at and go, okay, all right, that's nice. Understand? Rohai Da is so similar to Rohai Sho, it's really just a different way of doing fundamental techniques. So you do have some more advanced techniques in So Chin that helps you with your tournament. now let me ask everybody, y'all see the mistakes?
That's all.
Yes.
That's all. Because I was right in front of him.
He made 3 fairly big mistakes through the time. And either actually didn't know he made them, or, I know one you did because I saw the look on your face. Keep going. At one point, he was actually backwards. And I think that's one where you realize, oh, I just stepped the wrong way. 0 hesitation, go through. Good job.
Judges, my name is Amanda Lee. I represent Moji Kai Karate. My kata is Mugen. With your permission, I will begin. Ice!
So, black belts, before I say anything else, when class is over tonight, I want you to take a couple of minutes, and I want you to shake the hand of every person back there. You know, nobody said anything to them, they just recognized when you were up, and they stood. That's excellent, thank you, Buzz. I don't know if somebody back there went, hey, black belts, it doesn't matter, okay? Thank you. So let's talk, just a great kata. Let me prepare back to Sensei Lee. Everyone have a seat. So let's talk a little bit about, difference in presentation and, some things you can do in the ring or preparing for the ring that's gonna help you. I'll say this about Sensei Lee's kata. Sensei Lee does as fine of a meeting hand kata as you'll find. Yes, sir. She does as fine a kata as you'll find. Does that mean she's going to win every time? It does not. Because if she does that kata, which is a power kata, not a textile kata, and someone does a longer kata with somewhat more difficult techniques in it, and they're equally as good, then of course they're going to win. For my book, this is me, that doesn't matter. There's a reason, there's a history behind why Sensei Lee does Mugen, and for me personally, I'm emotionally connected to that. And do you mind if I tell them?
You guys should know that on.
in her martial arts journey, since they started with the same place I did, started since they forward in Dothan, doing what we just do as Yoshikata karate back in those days. It has since split into various parts, but at a certain point, as an adult, she switched over to Yoshikata International under Master Mike Foster, who was the original person to bring Yoshikata to America. And that was what he wanted to see her do, to test her for Nigon, second degree black belt, was Mugen Kata. So she performed Mugen Kata for him, and that's when he promoted her, correct? So, because of that, at some point early on, she said, hey, I'd like to do Mugen because Master Foster, and I was like, my God, that's the best reason I've ever heard anybody choose a Kata. So now I'm kind of connected to it myself. It's just wonderful tribute. So it doesn't matter to me if you win or lose. It's a great kata. It's a great representation of what we teach and how we teach, and that's enough for me. I still say you'll win 8 times out of 10. That's just the truth of it. So let's talk about going into the ring. A couple of people introduce themselves, and they'll go and say, I represent Mojikai Karate as part of the introduction. That's fine. It's not necessary because you have Mojikai on the back of your gi. Again, my personal reaction to that is, I like that. Because I love hearing people say Mojikai, because I'm so proud of the time. So I like that myself. Back when we were all in Yoshikai, back in the late 80s, early 90s, even to the mid 90s, I say, there were so many Yoshikai schools, dozens and dozens of Yoshikai schools here, including mine. And you get up and introduce yourself as U.S. Yoshikai Karate, because that's what we were understood, and then give your instructor's name. Because you could have come from anywhere, and nobody knew who your instructor was.
I never had to do that. I left before all that happened.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
So, anyway, there's a lot of things you can add in. So your introduction is your introduction. Now, you'll see a lot of different styles when people approach. Notice what Sensei Lee did. She got right here, watching for one of the judges and say, go ahead. All right? That way you know I'm not exerting any energy, I'm not getting myself out there until they are fully ready. Okay? And then, when somebody, whichever one acknowledged her, she came forward. It is entirely possible that you can and go all the way through and get to your, matter of fact, I had to do it with Crestview the last tournament. Go all the way to here, the one judges go, hang on a minute. Because at the tournaments, every scorekeeper, every timekeeper that's there is a volunteer. They are not martial artists. 90% of them are parents of kids who take karate at that school. And the instructor says, hey, I need some volunteers to help you sword tournament. And they go, yeah, man, I'll help you. No knowledge about what they're doing. So that's why sometimes you'll see the center referees going over there talking to them and this, that, and the other. They're not trying to influence the score. They're trying to make sure those people understand what's happening. Okay? So, if a scorekeeper gets confused, gets the name backwards, whatnot, you may have to stop what you're doing and start over again. And I had to stop, I think it was one of ours at the last tournament to do that. So, be prepared for it. Don't let that throw you off. If that happens, and you get all the way into Yoi, and they say, hang on a minute, you can either stand here if you're comfortable, or you can start over, whichever one's best for you. I have seen this happen. You have somebody get halfway through a kata, and a toddler runs through the ring. And then you're just like, whoa, stop, don't do a little kid. And then you gotta start over then. So there's a lot of things that can happen. You have to be prepared for it. Whatever happens, if you do well, if you don't do well, if you fall down on your face, if you win grand championship, that's what happened, that's happening soon, you're gonna win one. It's coming, you've been close 2 or 3 times. So, for those of you who don't go to tournament, Cincinnati is almost always in the grand championship runoff. How you act afterwards is most important. If you get through your kata and you know, man, I got to turn around backwards and I just ran up in the wrong place and that was terrible, and you walk off doing this, then you're gonna have a problem. Okay? Because that's not how you represent yourself. I did not say that's not how you represent the kata. I said that's not how you represent yourself. Think about this. If you get down on yourself for something as unimportant as a karate competition, you get down on yourself for anything. These are supposed to be about challenging yourself, right? Don't think about I'm competing against all these other people. I'm competing against my best. And if you continuously compete against your best, you will continuously improve. But if your reaction to your performance is, oh man, I suck, and that was terrible, and I'm not gonna do well. If it means that much to you, I'll give you a trophy, I'll give you one and never know it's gone. There's plenty here. Okay? Don't let that be important to you. Challenge yourself. It should be about the work, not the reward. Let me go over this real quick. This will probably be, we may have an opportunity one more time. Black belt, stand up. I'm talking back. Not you sit back.
Yes?
Step in the ring, please. We're gonna award trophies. Okay? So, Simbaloo, 3rd place, Buzz. Don't you reach for that trophy, boy. Both hands, Buzz.
Both hands.
Both hands, that's right. Then take the trophy. Buzz. Now go sit down. No, no, sit down, stand up in line. Simbaloo, 2nd place, Buzz. Buzz. Shake a hand first, then take the trophy. Logan Herger, 3rd place. Then you're gonna bow, leave that there, and come around. The trophy is not important. Showing respect is important. Show your respect, then go back and get your trophy. Okay, that's how you do it. Right? If it doesn't happen, right? Show the respect. That's more important than getting a trophy. What? If you, go ahead and put those away for me, please. If you compete with weapons, we're going over, sorry. All right. Anyway, I'll take this up later. We'll go over this one more time for etiquette. But that's an important thing right there. All right, you set those by the door, please, before the way after class. Everybody go ahead and line up.
I'm waiting.
Okay. Ready? That's man. Shane, come forward.
Thanks.
Woods. Nice. Thank you, sir. Woods. Bring that back up. Okay. Ready?
Rishi, thank you for tonight's training. Ready?
Sensei Lee, right?
Bianca, right?
Alright, great training now, everybody. I know it's a little bit slower pace, but we needed to do that. We hadn't done that in forever. Good night. Buzz.
Like and subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. If you're seeing this, comment the potato emoji.